still your mother, and I will do anything in my power to protect you. Look away.
How are you so good at killing people?
February 2026 is bringing some serious heat to theaters, and today I'm counting down my top 10 must-watch movies releasing this month. Let's jump right in. Number 10, Scream 7.
Oh, I'm not hiding, Sydney. Not this time.
Sydney Prescott has built a new life for herself in the quiet town of Pine Grove, Indiana, far from the horrors of her past. She's finally found peace, raising her daughter Tatum in a place where Ghostface feels like nothing more than a distant nightmare. But when a new Ghostface killer emerges in her quiet town, Sydney's darkest fears are realized as her daughter becomes the next target. The killer's brutal rampage shatters the safety Sydney worked so hard to create, and the bloodshed threatens everything she holds dear. Determined to protect her family, Sydney must face the horrors of her past to put an end to the bloodshed once and for all. As bodies pile up and the killer closes in, Sydney realizes that running from Ghostface was never going to be enough. This time she has to finish it. Scream 7 releases in theaters on February 27th, 2026. Number 9, Wuthering Heights.
If you were rich.
Suppose I'd do what all rich men do. Live in a big house. And be cruel to my servants. Take a wife.
A wife? What wife?
A passionate and tumultuous love story set against the backdrop of the Yorkshire moors, exploring the intense and destructive relationship between Heathcliff and Catherine Earnshaw. Tragedy strikes when Heathcliff falls in love with Catherine Earnshaw, a woman from a wealthy family in 18th century England. Catherine and Heathcliff are former childhood friends, whose romantic relationship is thwarted by societal expectations and class prejudices. As their forbidden passion intensifies against the wild and unforgiving landscape of the moors, their love becomes a force of obsession that threatens to consume them both. Written and directed by Emerald Fennell and loosely inspired by Emily Bronte's 1847 novel. This adaptation captures the raw emotion and darkness of one of literature's most iconic Gothic romances, bringing it to life with a bold and provocative vision. Wuthering Heights releases in theaters on February 13th, 2026. Number 8, Crime 101.
He hits jewels, cash, and high-value items. He knows exactly what to transport and when. There's no DNA. He's in and out in seconds.
Crime 101 follows a master jewel thief who has been pulling off perfectly calculated heists along California's 101 freeway, leaving law enforcement baffled. When he sets his sights on the ultimate score, his carefully laid plans intersect with those of an insurance broker wrestling with her own uncertain future. Meanwhile, a relentless detective becomes convinced he's finally cracked the thief's pattern and is determined to bring him down before the next job. Set against the sun-bleached backdrop of Los Angeles, the film explores what happens when three people find themselves on a collision course with fate. As the tension escalates and the boundaries between pursuer and pursued begin to dissolve, all three face life-changing decisions with no possibility of going back. Adapted from Don Winslow's acclaimed crime novella, Crime 101 is a thought thriller that explores the moral complexities of people trapped in high-stakes situations. Crime 101 releases exclusively in theaters on February 13th, 2026. Number 7, How to Make a Killing.
Call me when you've killed them all.
There were 7 of them. 7 rich pricks. Between myself and $28 billion.
Disowned at birth by his obscenely wealthy family, blue-collar Beckett Redfellow will stop at nothing to reclaim his inheritance, no matter how many relatives stand in his way. With a fortune of $28 billion just out of reach, Beckett faces a simple problem. 7 wealthy family members stand between him and what he believes is rightfully his. What follows is a darkly comedic and ruthless game of survival, as Beckett decides to take matters into his own hands. The film blends the eat-the-rich social satire of Knives Out with the cold-blooded ambition of the talented Mr. Ripley, creating a twisted tale of revenge and ambition. This black comedy thriller explores just how far one man will go when greed, resentment, and opportunity collide. How to Make a Killing releases in theaters on February 20th, 2026. Number 6, The Strangers, Chapter 3. Maya remains the only survivor left from the horrifying ordeal involving the strangers. After barely escaping with her life, she thought the nightmare was finally over. But the masked killers have other plans. The strangers are back, more brutal and relentless than ever. When they learn that one of their victims is still alive, they return to finish what they started. In the series' most brutal chapter, Maya collides with the masked killers and finds the only way out of the nightmare is in. Tethered by a frightening conclusion, Maya and the strangers are locked on an unavoidable, unforgiving collision course, a showdown that proves they're far from strangers now. In this final savage standoff, Maya gets her chance at full-blooded revenge in a brutal reckoning of survival. The Strangers, Chapter 3, releases in theaters on February 6th, 2026. Number 5, Goat.
Grew up to be me. Will Harris. Older? Yep. Bigger? Not so much. Life hasn't been easy, but I keep it moving.
I believe in you. And I made you a sandwich. Catch! Oops.
Set in an all-animal world, Goat follows Will, a small goat with big dreams who gets a once-in-a-lifetime shot to join the pros and play Roarball, a high-intensity, co-ed, full-contact sport dominated by the fastest, fiercest animals in the world. Will's new teammates aren't thrilled about having a little goat on their roster. As the smallest player to ever step onto the court, Will faces skepticism, ridicule, and countless obstacles from his larger, fiercer competitors, but he refuses to back down. Will is determined to revolutionize the sport and prove once and for all that smalls can ball. With heart, determination, and an unshakable belief in himself, Will sets out to show the world that greatness isn't measured by size. It's about what you bring to the game. Goat releases in theaters on February 13th, 2026. Number 4, good luck, have fun, don't die.
But tonight we got a shot. There's a perfect configuration of people in this diner that can save humanity.
What happens if we...
Good luck, have fun, don't die is a 2026 sci-fi action comedy. The movie follows a disheveled time traveler played by Sam Rockwell, who crashes into a Los Angeles diner at exactly 10:10 p.m, claiming he's from the future with a desperate mission to save humanity from an AI-driven apocalypse. The stranger reveals this is the 118th time he's relived this moment, and he must recruit the perfect combination of people from the 47 diners present to finally succeed. Among his picks are 2 teachers who had a creepy high school encounter, a grieving mother, and a suicidal party princess allergic to cell phones. The film blends science fiction, horror, action, and comedy while delivering a biting satire of social media culture and society's digital addiction, exploring how humanity's obsession with screens could lead to its downfall. Good luck, have fun, don't die. Hits theaters on February 13th, 2026. Number 3, The Bluff.
I'm still your mother, and I will do anything in my power to protect you. Look away.
How are you so good at killing people?
Your father didn't marry me for my cook.
Arcel, Bloody Mary, Baden, thought she had escaped her violent past as a pirate, finding peace in the Cayman Islands with her loving husband, their son, and her sister-in-law. She's traded the lawless life of bloodshed for the quiet serenity of island living, where her dark history feels like nothing more than a distant memory. But when her notorious former captain arrives seeking revenge, Arcel's world is torn apart. When her tranquil life on a remote island is shattered by the return of her vengeful former captain, this skilled ex-pirate must confront her bloody past and unleash her deadly talents to save her family from a ruthless siege. Set in the 19th century Caribbean, the film delivers brutal action as Arcel must summon the savage fighting skills she once used to survive on the high seas. In a desperate battle to protect everything she holds dear, she proves that a mother's love is the most dangerous weapon of all. The Bluff releases on Prime Video on February 25th, 2026. Number 2, Solo Mio.
This didn't go too well today. What's going on?
She was just here, and then she wasn't.
If I was in his position, I would enjoy the package myself. Go on my honeymoon. Honeymoon, vacation.
Left heartbroken in Rome after a wedding disaster, a stranded groom finds his ruined honeymoon transformed by a determined local and a few meddling travelers. Matt's dreams of a picturesque Italian wedding are shattered when his fiancée leaves him at the altar. But instead of going home defeated, he makes an unexpected choice. Matt embarks on his planned honeymoon across Italy alone, immersing himself in the country's vibrant culture, food, and beauty. What begins as a journey of heartbreak becomes an adventure of self-discovery, as he experiences everything Rome has to offer, from its stunning architecture to its rich cuisine and passionate people. Along the way, Matt encounters unexpected companions who help him see that his ruined honeymoon might actually be the beginning of something better. Sometimes heartbreak is only the beginning, and in the streets of Rome, Matt discovers that second chances can arrive when you least expect them. Solo Mio releases in theaters on February 6th, 2026. Number 1, The Dreadful.
This is a time of war. Evil is not always obvious. Demons walk the earth in the shape of men.
Set against the backdrop of the War of the Roses, Anne and her mother-in-law Morwen live a solitary, harsh life on the outskirts of society. In the chaos of 15th century England, where civil war has torn the nation apart, they struggle to survive in isolation on the fringes of a world that has abandoned them. When a man from Anne's past returns from war, a curse begins to take shape through a mysterious night and threatens to destroy them all. What begins as a reunion quickly descends into supernatural terror as dark forces emerge from the shadows. As the curse tightens its grip, Anne must confront the demons of her past and fight for her survival against an evil that threatens to consume everything she knows. The Dreadful releases in select theaters and on digital platforms on February 20th, 2026. And that's it for today. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe to see more movie and series recommendations.